I'm sure this is going to piss off the exact same people that we think it's going to piss off.
Does that mean it's going to piss me off?
No, I think you'll agree with it.
Oh, okay.
You don't need a weekend. Like, the concept is barely 100 years old. It's a modern invention, right? What you really need is work that you don't need a weekend from. Like, there are seasons of work and there are seasons of less work. My goal would always be that I just never have something I want to retire from.
I know, I agree with it.
The funny thing is, one of the last times we recorded, it was somebody talking about a 4-day work week. And this is essentially promoting a 7-day work week, which, by the way, I work a 7-day work week, okay? Because even when I'm not working, I'm still working, right? Like, I'm still answering calls, answering texts, responding to emails, negotiating deals, recruiting agents, whatever, right? I'm always working. Like, even when I'm not working, I'm thinking about working or I'm doing something along the lines. So, like, okay, let's say I'm cutting the grass. You don't think I'm thinking about, like, what can I do to make my business better? Like, I'm coming up with ideas, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I mean, the entrepreneur work week is 7 days. If you don't want to work 7 days, don't be an entrepreneur.
I would be more qualified. Every lawyer I know would be more qualified than the lawyer who is now head of the EPA. His name is Sean Donohue.
Mr. Donohue may be the most unfit nominee ever for any federal agency general counsel.
I'm not in the legal space, but okay.
And Sean Donohue has never filed a lawsuit, taken a deposition, tried a case, argued a motion, or signed a legal brief. Y'all watching my videos, if you watch, like, let's say even just once a week, you know more legal shit than he does. During his confirmation hearing, one of the senators remarked to him,
"This guy would have trouble getting an entry-level legal position in any one of our offices."
How much does the head of the EPA make? Let's start there.
According to ChatGPT, it's $228.
Okay, so I'm going to guess the average lawyer probably out of law school probably makes about 150 grand a year.
The median pays 151.
151. So like he earned a bachelor in science in legal studies from the University of Central Florida and his doctor from Florida State University College of Law.
As the owner of a law firm, we wouldn't hire him. He's not qualified to do anything. So why did he get put in place?
I suspect part of it is that he'll be so grateful that he'll do whatever he's told. Who cares at EPA if their counsel has neither experience nor knowledge?
I want to be fair to this guy. Mr. Donohue practiced law for a year and a half at a small firm in Buffalo. Beautiful place. That fired him. What the f*** has he done?
I guess let's see how good he does, right? Like, here's the thing. Like, what if you had a big shot attorney? They're probably making close to 7 figures. Like, why would they want to work harder, deal with more red tape and diplomatic bullshit to make $228,000? You know what I mean?
Power.
I don't think there's that much power in the legal counsel for the EPA. You know, like how much power does that really have? Okay, so
you get connections, and that leads. I don't know. Leads to things. I don't know, man.
I'd rather just be on Nancy Pelosi's, stock picks. That's really what I'd rather be on. I think you're gonna do better off there. But I wish him the best, and honestly, I think the EPA probably could stand to lose a few lawsuits. It would probably help. This guy's always controversial for sure. So. This should be a good one. Is buying a home in 2026 a good investment?
Buying a home in today's economy a good investment? I want to show you some of the hidden cost of buying a home so you and your family can make a decision. I don't want to encourage or discourage you to buy a home. I just want to do this as a thought experiment and show you some numbers. So let's say you buy a $450,000 home, you put down $50,000 and you get a loan for $400,000 at a 6.5%. In 30 years, your home could be worth $1.4 million. So you sit back and go, I bought this for $450,000. It's worth $1.4 million. What a great deal. What a great investment. But there's some hidden costs. If you do not refinance that $400,000 loan at 6.5% or make extra principal payments, it's going to cost you over $500,000 in interest. So you have $500,000 in interest, $450,000 home. That's $950,000. So you go, okay, Freddie, $950, but it's still worth 1.4 potentially. So that's a really good deal. But there's also hidden costs. We have property taxes. Property taxes could be about $150,000 over 30 years. Homeowners insurance could be another $150,000 over 30 years. The big one is maintenance. You're going to have to replace the appliances, the roof, the HVAC, hot water tanks, cement work, toilet seats, light fixtures, potentially windows. That could run you another $200,000. And remodeling, turning the nursery into a bedroom, the bedroom into an office, getting new furniture, new countertops, new sink, new floors as you start making money in your career. That could run you $50,000 to $100,000. So this home could really cost you about $1.4, $1.5 million and you break even, hence the reason people call it a forced savings account. But here's some good news. Your home is now paid off and it could be worth $1.4, $1.5 million. You have access to that money if you need it. You now have a lower overhead when you're on a fixed income for retirement. retirement. And when you pass, you could potentially give this to your children.
Okay. All right. Some things he's saying is true here. Okay. First off, a $400,000 loan at 6.5%. I don't know. I'd have to do the math on if that's $500,000 in interest over 30 years. It's not though. It's like half of. So like if you're paying $400,000, you're going to spend $250,000 back in interest, not $500,000 plus. We'd have to. I'm going to pull up a mortgage calculator.
You said 6%, right?
I think he said 6.5%.
Okay,
About $400,000 at a 6.5%.
Yeah, it's still 1 million.
0% down at 6.5%. Yeah, he said 450,000 with 50,000 down. So I'm just doing 400,000 at 6.5%. Total interest is okay. So he was right. It's 510,000. Total interest on if you keep it for 30 years. Now, we've talked about the make one extra payment a year and it drops 7 years off your mortgage. If you pay it off early, anything like that obviously helps, any extra that you pay towards it. But that's if you were to keep it for the entire 30 years, you would pay $500,000 in interest. He is correct on that. We will give him kudos for that. Although it's not really 6.5. I mean, you can get like probably 5.75 right now, but that's okay. We're not going to be that nitpicky. Property taxes. Okay, depending where you're at, sure. Insurance. I mean, I don't know. What's insurance on, you're probably looking maybe $100 a month times 12 is 1,200 times 30. Yeah, so I'm looking more like 30 to 50 grand total on insurance. Maintenance, $200,000 in maintenance on a 30-year, like owning a home for 30 years. I just don't like. Okay, so I'm guessing he's including. I mean, you'd include one new roof in that, new furnace, new AC. I mean, I don't see how that's $200,000. Maybe $50,000, $75,000 in maintenance over a 30-year remodeling. He's got 50 to 150 sure, but again, when you remodel something, it increases the value, right? The other thing he's not talking about is you got forced depreciation. So he's saying it's going to be worth $1.4 million. So if you take a $450,000 house, and let's just say 5% appreciation per year, and then you hold that for 30 years, that's $675,000. So I think he's actually kind of high on his $1.4 million price. I mean, his numbers aren't as crazy as they were in the last video that we broke down of his, but at the same time, you got to think like, okay, so what's your alternative? You're going to go rent, right? And so you're going to have very similar expenses, if not higher expenses by renting. And then at the end of the renting, you're not going to have a $1.4 million house that you could sell tax-free, by the way. Oh, and also, by the way, the interest is a tax write-off. The maintenance on your property can be a tax write-off depending on what it is and all that. So like, you have some tax write-offs in there too that you're going to get by owning a home, right? So I get his point, but also what's the alternative? The alternative is renting and never getting anything at the end, right?